Divorce scandal. Dakota Johnson publicly agrees to Jaime Dornan's custody. Los Angeles, an August morning. The media seemed to have barely recovered from the wave of divorces among many Hollywood couples, when another shock came. Jaime Dornan and Amelia Warner officially split after more than a decade together. The press release was only a few lines long. We have decided to separate amicably. Our 3 children remain our top priority. But as usual, things are never that simple, especially when Dakota Johnson's name starts to be mentioned. Jaime Dornan, the fighting father. A week after the divorce announcement, Jaime Dornan appeared before the cameras at Heathrow Airport with a tired but determined face. Rumors spread that he was preparing to file for full custody of his children, a move that stunned the public. A father taking custody of his children in Hollywood? That's almost unheard of, a source close to Jaime revealed. Jaime feels like he's the more stable person mentally right now. Not only does he want to be with the kids, but he also wants to make sure their living environment isn't disrupted by the emotional turmoil from his mother. Amelia Warner, a talented and private artist, has not officially responded. But the media has begun to speculate that she is extremely shocked and strongly opposes her ex-husband's intentions. Dakota Johnson's name is mentioned. As soon as Jaime's divorce news had not cooled down, headlines started mentioning Dakota Johnson, who co-starred with Jaime in the hit 50 Shades trilogy. Although the two have never publicly announced any private relationship outside of friendship and work, their on-screen chemistry, and behind-the-scenes intimacy, is undeniable. An anonymous post on an entertainment forum sparked the scandal. Dakota Johnson has secretly supported Jaime in gaining sole custody. She believes Amelia is no longer emotionally stable enough to care for all 3 children. The news spread like wildfire. Dakota Johnson speaks out. After 3 days of silence, Dakota Johnson appeared at a press conference to promote her new film. But all the questions were not about the film but about one topic, Jaime and custody. The reporter asked, "There are rumors that you support Jaime Dornan in gaining sole custody. Is that true?" Dakota took a deep breath, glanced at her manager, and then looked straight into the camera. "I'm not here to pry into anyone's privacy. But if the question is, do I believe Jaime is a good father, capable of raising my children in a safe and healthy way? My answer is yes." Her response was seen as a tacit confirmation of the rumors. The media exploded. Headlines included, Dakota Johnson breaks silence, sides with Jaime Dornan, friendship or what? Dakota Johnson supports Jaime's custody fight. Amelia reacts. A week later, Amelia Warner made her first public appearance since the divorce news. She left the courthouse in Beverly Hills with her lawyer. Her face was cold and calm, but her eyes showed obvious hurt. She said nothing to the press, leaving only one sentence for her lawyer: "This isn't just about custody. This is about who has the heart to truly care for their children." Public opinion began to split into 2 camps, one supporting Jaime as a responsible father, and the other believing that Dakota was meddling too deeply in her own affairs. A private evening captured. A photo went viral. Jaime and Dakota had dinner together at a small restaurant in West Hollywood. In the photo, Jaime smiled, put his hand on Dakota's shoulder, and she leaned in, nodding slightly as if sharing something very private. Are Jaime and Dakota secretly dating? Such headlines flooded the news sites. But what shocked people more was, did this intimacy affect the legal battle? Jaime speaks out publicly. In an exclusive interview with Rolling Stone magazine, Jaime Dornan made his stance clear for the first time. "I don't care what the press makes up. I'm not dating Dakota. We're friends, real friends, and Shush has always been the one who knows me better than anyone. My desire to raise the child has nothing to do with Dakota, and I hope people respect that." But he added, "If someone says I can't be a good father just because I'm a man, I'll fight to the end." Court, tears and an unexpected conclusion. The official court date. The press crowded in, hashtags like hashtag Team Jaime and hashtag Justice for Amelia trended worldwide. In the courtroom, both Jaime and Amelia appeared with their lawyers. Notably, Dakota Johnson was also present but sat in the back, quietly, unnoticed. Many assume she came to support Jaime, as a friend. In a closed-door hearing, Jaime presented evidence of his financial stability, his emotional well-being, his living environment and especially the time he spent with his children. A handwritten letter from his eldest daughter made the atmosphere tense. In the letter, she wrote, "I love both my mom and dad. But I want to be closer to my dad, because he listens to my stories every night and never forgets to hug me goodnight." The courtroom was silent. In the end, the judge ruled, Jaime Dornan would be primary guardian, but Amelia would still have visitation rights and be involved in major decisions regarding the children. Half win, half lose. But clearly, Jaime got what he wanted. After the trial, a peaceful afternoon. A month later, Jaime was photographed with the 3 children in the park, looking relieved, at peace. Dakota Johnson has not been seen in public with Jaime anymore. But in an interview with Vogue, she said, "True friendship is when you stand next to someone, not to be seen, but so they don't feel alone. I think Jaime is a great father."